Good day, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino Beer Review. Today of the Rhino, we're drinking a beer from Multinational, right around the corner. I actually picked this up yesterday. This is Crossroads, and Crossroads says that it is a soured and salted Hefeweizen. Well, that should make it a Goza. A Goza is a sour, salted wheat beer. Now, I just don't know if there's not enough people in Saskatchewan that know what a Goza is, because, to be honest, I think I've only seen one Goza made by a Saskatchewan brewery, and that was Pile of Bones, and it was like a hibiscus Goza. Or if it's something else. Untapped has this on there. 3 people have tapped it in so far, and they all tapped it in yesterday, May 12th. And one of the tap-ins was like, oh, it's a nice, sour, tart, salty finish. I'm like, but that's a Goza. That's a Goza. There are more than one type of soured wheat beer, but a soured salted wheat beer is a Goza. I'm a little perturbed by this. And I'm not perturbed in a way where I'm bothered or anything. It's just, it's making my mind turn. Anyway, this is 5% alcohol by volume, or 1.4 standard drinks at 473 milliliters. It was canned in March of 2024. I don't know what happens here, but this was advertised as available and canned like a week ago. So like May 5th. So this was canned in March. Why did I just find out about it May 5th from the brewery? Like, does it get canned somewhere else and then you're not allowed to sell it until it ends up in liquor stores? Is that how it works? I don't understand how it works here. But did it just sit in a fermenter? No, because you canned it. So did you just crash cool it and hold it for a month? Well, 2 months. Well, possibly just 1 month. I mean, maybe a month and a week or two. Because I've noticed this with every beer I buy from them. It's always like canned a month or so before I end up getting it. And it's just, that's boggling my mind too. And I mean, it could be something strange. It could be something interesting. I don't know, and I would like to know. I would like to understand. I'm trying to get back into the brewing industry here, and I'm in a new province that is very different than any of the provinces I've ever been involved in. So I don't understand. Help me understand. Anyway, we've talked now. So, person standing there holding their head, looking at the Crossroads signs that all have like question marks. Where are you going? Where are you going? That way goes here, that way goes. You don't know where you're going. Well, you really don't know where you're going because you're not drinking a Goza. You're drinking a soured and salted Hef. So I guess we should do some Weiss rolls. I'm worried about Weiss rolling it and it exploding on me, but it's fairly fresh, so... Okay, we're doing pretty good. So we did Weiss roll, but that doesn't mean that we're going to be completely... Oh no, look at that! That is hazy motherfucking crazy! I'm at a crossroads in my life. But I don't think that I'm something I'm not. I know that I'm just a loser albino guy that drinks on the internet. All by himself, too. I have something like 60 beers to review. I need to get on these, but I don't drink like I used to, so how do you get on them? Okay. Beautiful golden color. Hazy crazy. You can barely see my hand moving on the cup. Scent from the can first. Okay, here's the thing, right? So it's a soured and salted hef. A lot of gozas are very... You know what else you could do? You could be a Berliner Weiss, but a Berliner Weiss isn't usually salted. It's sweetened. It's soured, and then you add Woodruff syrup to it. So I couldn't really say it's a Berliner Weiss. It has to be a Goza. I'm just still stuck on this, okay? I'm still stuck on this. But I was going to say, a Goza normally smells fairly sour. The lactobacillus shows its face. I'm not getting that on here. I'm just getting like a cereal graininess and a little bit of saltiness. Okay. Out of the glass. And somebody, at least somebody at Multinational recognized me one time. I went in and they're like, "Are you the Albino Rhino?" And I'm like, "Yeah," because I wanted their damn asparagus beer. Fucking April Fool's jokes. Fuck that shit. I hate that because the spirit of craft beer is just screwing around sometimes, seeing if you can do something. So when I see these things, and I know that things like Small Pony Works and their Smooth Green exist, and Why Not exists, and Alpha Fornification exists, and all that type of stuff exists, I go, hey, that could be cool to try. So, but they recognized me and we talked a little bit, and I mean, there's a good vibe at Multinational. The brewery has a good vibe to it, and I will give it that. However, I hope they're not thinking that I'm being an ass here, because I'm not trying to be an ass. I'm just, again, I came from one of Canada's epitomes of craft beer, as they call it. Ontario, BC, Quebec, Alberta, all considered like meccas of craft beer in Canada. I will say I've had a lot of really good beer here in Saskatchewan, to the point where it beats out a lot of the hyped breweries I've had in Alberta, in BC, in Saskatchewan, in Ontario, in Quebec. So, I mean, I don't know if this is just because, you know, the population of Saskatchewan is like the population of the GTA. Actually, it's less than the population of the GTA. So I don't know if it's just like, that's the thing, and you know, you gotta call it just a soured, salted hef for people to buy it. Because they know what a hef is, but they don't know what a goza. I don't know. Or is it something, I haven't even tried it yet, so is it something completely... Okay, I'm gonna shut up now and try it. Cheers. I'm gonna keep going now. That's a goza. Beautiful cereal graininess. Slight sour tartness to it, which makes it a very Moorish beer, because you get that cereal grainy sweetness, and it is a medium-bodied beer, and it envelops the tongue, and the tartness starts right at the middle and goes back to the back, which helps clear the palate. This would be a great food pairing beer as well, because it just clears that palate. It's Moorish. That little bit of salt that just comes back up the tongue just makes you want to take another sip. So the sour helps clear the palate. The saltiness helps make you want to take another sip. It's Moorish. It's quaffable. And even though it's a wheat beer and it's medium bodied, it doesn't feel like it would bloat you, which a lot of them do. I really like that. I'm still going to say it's a Goza. Fuck you guys. I don't care what you say. Fuck. You don't make your asparagus beer, but then you give me a fucking salted, soured fucking Hefeweizen. It's a Goza. Make the asparagus beer. It's a Goza. Make the asparagus beer. If someone from there is watching, and probably not, because I mean, nobody watches me. I get like, what, 20 views? Nobody watches the Albino Rhino anymore. Beer reviewers don't matter anymore. Not that they ever did. We never really mattered. But all I'm going to say is, so I'm just looking for a very specific picture that seems to have disappeared. I know I took it. I know I sent it to myself. It's gone. I don't have it. Well, what the fuck? I was going to show you the albino beer and be like, make it, bitch. Look what I made. You can make it too. But it's just... Oh, wait. Yeah, here we go. An albino beer. You know what? Tasted like drywall spackle. People loved it. Make the asparagus beer. Like, I can see that you would say that, hey, it's not a Goza, it's not sour enough. I could see that. I could see you say, hey, it's not a Goza, it's not sour or salty enough. I could see that. However, I think what this is the perfect example of an introduction to a style. Perfect example to an introduction to a Goza. And then I can understand this too. Like, what the fuck have I made? It could be a Goza, it could be a Hef, it could be this, it could be that. I could get it all. I can. That's a really good beer. Daddy Bear, what do you say? It's a very good beer, Chad. See, Daddy Bear agrees. I'm giving this an 8.25 out of 10. I would buy more of them. I did go and actually buy more London Fogs when I was there last. But thank you guys. Bye-bye.